myself up. I look like a little alien. Ignore this side because the wig cap ripped on this side. So that side is a little cap free right now. Waiting on more people to come into the chat so I can stop being bald headed and get to what I'm getting to, which is a lot of people gave me compliments on this wig. So I'm going to apply this wig on live. This is the wig after I've blew dry it out. Hey, you guys. So it looks a little fluffy right now, but that's just because I washed it today and I blew dry it out. But this is the blonde hair that you guys have been loving. So I will get into the details when some more people come in the chat. We'll get into the details of this lovely wig. And then I think while I'm applying this wig, it's been a while since I talked about people's zodiac signs. Like, I don't know why, that's just what I feel like talking about today, but I think that's what I want to get into today. So I'm gonna let some more people come in and then we're gonna get started. Hey, Kathy girl. Y'all, when I say literally for those who, I'm sorry, I'm like getting this wig together. For those who were in the chat yesterday, I went back and I rewatched the entire live just so I could read the comments from the chat, because when I'm live, a lot of the time I'm so busy talking I can't catch like every comment. Y'all had me screaming, cracking the living F up. Like, when I say I was cracking up so hard, y'all are hilarious in the comments. Like, I had so much fun reading the comments. Like, mind y'all, I was up at like 3 a.m. watching this live, my last live, and just cackling at the comments. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Y'all are literally hilarious. I'm gonna let some more people come in the chat, and then I think when the chat gets to, maybe when it gets to 50, I won't wait for it to get to 100 today. I think when it gets to 50, I will start on this wig because I don't want to be bald headed for that long. Yes, you guys, go ahead and like the chat. If you're in here right now, give it a thumbs up so that more people can kind of bring their way over. I know this looking a little green, so I've been using, I already put my first 2 layers of Ghost Bond on for the video, but I'm gonna put the last layer on with this and then apply the wig. But for some reason, it's kind of been turning it green. Like, I mean, let me not say for some reason. So the dye that is on this, why am I blanking right now? What do you call these? Not the dye that's on this stick anyway. The little sticks that you can get in a pack or whatever. I got colored ones. Don't ask me why I did that. I swear sometimes I just don't be thinking and I see things that are colorful and I just go for it. So I got colored ones of these, and yeah, the color is bleeding onto my little application, but it's okay because as long as it don't bleed into this little front line, I'll be fine. You won't see it anyway. So yes, actually, okay, we're not gonna keep waiting because I just don't want to be bald for this long. I have hair under here, you guys. My hair is actually really long, but no, it's not a nail file. It's literally like a what do you call, a lot of like in kindergarten classes they use these for art projects and stuff. It's a wooden stick, but they be using these for like projects, and like kids like to put those together and like build little little wooden houses with these and stuff like that. So yes, so we are going to a popsicle stick. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. A popsicle stick, that's what it is. So yeah, so before I get into applying this wig, so this is a 613 unit from Ula Hair Company. Hold on, let me, I don't want to show y'all this side. That side looking hella rough. Okay, this is a 613 wig from Ula Hair. I've actually done a video for them before. I love them. They are very professional, very timely, and I really enjoy working with them. And if anything, this time I've been the one that has been not the most timely, just because I've had a lot going on. So I've actually had this wig for 3 weeks now. They got this to me 3 weeks ago. The wig has been worn to Miami. I went, I had fun, I got in the pool with this wig, everything. This is my second time applying it because after I came back from Miami, I still kept on this wig for another week. I washed it, but I washed it with it on my head. I didn't take it off. I just washed it with it on my head. So yeah, this wig holds up great. And honestly, all the hair holds up great. So this is a 22-inch frontal wig. It's a 13 by 4. So the inside looks like this. These little dark marks. So I dyed it. As y'all can see, like I dyed the roots. And then I also was trying to make, kind of like chunky highlight effect with the wig. So that's why it's this color. It originally didn't come as cool toned as it is now. I like my wigs more cool toned when it comes to 613. Sometimes 613 can be kind of more yellowy and brassy, but I like them more cool toned. So yeah, so this is what the inside of the wig looks like. And when you get it, of course, it won't look exactly like this. Because again, I've had this wig now for 3 weeks. So you guys are getting a very honest review of this wig because this is not like a fresh out wig. This is a wig that I've been wearing and everything. And it still moves. It still does what it needs to do. I really like this hair company because they give me good quality hair. I hate when I work with hair companies and they don't give me good quality hair. So I really enjoy working with them. So yes, 22 inches, 180 density. Remy, don't she start? 180 density. And yeah, let's get into applying this wig. Oh, also, you guys, so it has clips on the inside, and then in the very back it has these clips as well where you can make the wig tighter. And then it also comes with this strip in the back. Now a lot of people cut off this strip and just throw it away. I like to cut off these strips and I save them so that if anything happens to my lace in the front of the wig, like if I poke a hole in it or anything like that, I can use the lace from the back of the wigs to repair the lace in the front. So when I cut them off, I don't always cut them off. Sometimes I just let them kind of hang because unless it's a wig where I know I'm going to wear the hair up, nobody ever sees it, So yeah, so I save those. I don't throw them away, I save them. So yeah, so I'm going to take my, oh, and then also, okay, with this hair company, they ship really quick. With the wig, as I showed you guys with my last Ula Hair collab, it comes with lashes, it comes with a comb. They always send you a comb, and I love it because they always send you a rat tail comb, and it has their name on it. It says Ula Hair. They send you, let's see, lashes, the comb. They send you an elastic band in case you want to sew an elastic band into your wig. And they also send you, there was something, oh, it was like, I got like a little headband that came in the pack too. It was like a little headband, which was cool. So I am going to take this Got2b glue and, oh, that's how you know it's real, y'all, because I'm applying this wig on live, boy. Y'all about to see if I mess up or anything, you're about to see. So when I do my wigs, as y'all who have seen me do them before know, this white line is the outline that I like to draw as far as where the wig is going to lay. I know a lot of people can just lay their wigs on their head after they put the glue down. I am very visual. I need to see an exact outline of where it needs to go. And if I just try to lay the glue down, it always ends up like the wig will end up behind the glue or something like that. So I like to draw this white line and then I just take a little alcohol Q-tip or alcohol wipe and I just wipe it off when I'm done, or makeup wipe and I just wipe it off when I'm done. I place the hair behind the white line. It's not going to go on top of the white line because then your whole hairline will be white. And it's not going to go in front because then your wig's probably not going to fit the way that you want it to, because that's not what the white line was made to do. Hold on, I need to, oh my god, I can't show y'all this side. I need to cut this tag because it is scratching me. Or maybe no, I won't. I'm just gonna leave it out. Oh no, I actually am. I found something to cut it. Yeah, because that was about to be a dub. Okay, so I'm gonna take the popsicle stick and I'm going to take this. And I know some people like to do theirs in sections too. Like they'll go and they'll do like the middle and then they'll do the sides. I like to do mine all at one time. I'm not that patient, I'll be honest. So you're gonna spread that out. And I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna style this too after I get all this going. So yeah, I'm keeping it behind the white line. And for this side, the wig cap kind of like ripped and went back a little bit. So it's actually gonna go on my hairline. Now, I'm not worried about putting on my hairline because I take off my wigs correctly. So because I take off my wigs correctly, I personally haven't had trouble with like them messing up my edges or anything like that. I literally soak that mug in alcohol and, you know, give it a little bit of time. Alexa, set timer for 60 seconds.
1 minute, starting now.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about this messing with my edges because literally you take the alcohol and you put it on there and you massage it in and your edges will be fine. Okay. Hold on, I'm just put like a little more because I just want to make sure this is about to be on here and it's not going to play me because I ain't got time. I'm gonna get all this going. And then also with your wig caps, I always try to make sure with my wig cap, I don't bring the wig cap all the way up to where I'm gonna lay the wig because then it makes it look kind of bulky up there. Or makes the actual like this part, like the very part that's gonna be in the very, very front, it makes it look bulky. Dang, already? Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 45 seconds.
45 seconds, starting now.
So I'm just gonna, because you want to wait for it to get tacky. I don't want to put this on, it's not tacky. Hold on. I'm screaming at my determination not to show y'all this side of my head because it looks so crazy right now. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get these ready too because this is what I'm gonna use to tie down this hair while I wait for it to dry. And then I'm gonna style it, like as in I'm gonna start to straighten it. And you'll see how different it looks from like the blow dried, like it looks more frizzy because it's blow dried, and then how it looks when it is straightened, which is how it was yesterday, it was straightened. But y'all see how this is? Y'all see how easily my hands just go through this? Like it's not catching or anything like that. That's why, Alexa, stop. That's why I like working with this hair company because they be sending good hair. And good blonde hair is hard to find. Like, I'm not going to say this is like the best blonde hair I've ever seen, but it's pretty high up there. And again, good blonde is so hard to find because blonde hair oftentimes is like already been bleached and stuff because that's how they got it blonde. So it's hard to find. Hold on. I'm gonna put it like this. It's hard to find blonde hair that still does what it needs to do because oftentimes it's so like processed. Okay, so make sure everything is back. And then I'm gonna pull this baby forward and I'm gonna make sure that I get it right, literally right behind this white line. Oh yeah, that's like nice and tight already. So boom. And then same on this side, I'm gonna get it right behind the white line. And even if you gotta hold it for a second, I'm gonna just hold it for a second because when you go to the salon and stuff, they have you. There is this fly in my room that I cannot seem to kill, y'all. I have raided this fly at least 6 times, and this motherfucker is just industrial. It will not die. I don't know how this fly is surviving this raid because I don't know if it had a cousin or sister up in here, but I got the cousin sister child and that mug was toast. They KO'd. And this one right here, I don't know what is in the water for this fly, but it will not go. And I also don't know how it got into my room because, mind you, my room has, not only does it have screens, but I stay on the 4th floor. I'm just like, what made a fly decide to come all the way up this way? Like, I'm just not understanding. And my windows don't be open like that. I just don't understand how a fly got to the 4th floor when my windows and stuff do not be open. Okay, so now that it feels nice and tight, I'm about to, first you want to take out the little side pieces because you don't want those to be up when you go to do this next part. Okay, so now that everything feels kind of like it's definitely sticking, I always give it a little tug so I can make sure it sticks. So now that it's stuck, this is not the part where I'm going to get rid of that white line. I'm still going to keep that for now because I want the oh, excuse me, I want the glue and stuff to like completely, you know, dry, do its thing, settle in, and I don't want to be going in with alcohol right after I just literally just laid this, because I'm about to let this sit for like another 15 minutes while I'm straightening out this hair. So I'm gonna put this like this. Oh shit. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss so much in this one because this is a sponsored video. I'm trying not to be doing a whole lot of cursing, but that surprised me just now. I'm gonna read that comment in just a second because I saw it and I'm definitely going to make sure I get to it. I just gotta tie this bad boy down before it starts trying to, because I feel like sometimes when you don't tie it down in time, it'll start to try to lift up. Unless you got, like, when you got a good stick on the first try, normally it doesn't, but still. And then while this is tied, that's when I do all my, like, parting for the hair. I'm gonna do a middle part. Ooh. I'm gonna part it, and then when it's time to take this little black piece off, then I'll go and I'll get rid of that white line, and then I'll do like the baby hairs and stuff. Yes, everybody please hit the like button because I'm about to start talking in a second. I'm sorry, you guys. I just had to show you guys this dope wig because everybody's complimenting me on this wig, and I want to show y'all. And then y'all also know I do honest wig reviews. So if I didn't like this hair, this is my second time working with this company, so that's how you know I like it. But if I didn't like this hair, I would tell y'all, because I've definitely done a wig review with a company before where I was like, I hated the hair, it wasn't good. But no, this company has been doing me right, and I really enjoy working with them. And the response time is mad good. They're very active on their Instagram as far as getting back to you. That's how I communicate with them, is via IG. And yeah, they're very good at getting back to you. So just know that in the end of this live, I will have all their information in the description box, so that you guys can order this along with a coupon code so that you can get some money off of your purchase. So, woo! Okay, now that we got that done, now I can start talking. So, I think today I just want to do kind of something fun and less heavy. Not that, I mean, yesterday wasn't heavy. Yesterday was actually really fun too, but it's been a while since I did zodiac signs and how I feel about everybody's zodiac sign. And I notice in my lives, whenever I do lives, that people are pretty, people really like to talk about the zodiac signs in the live. So I am going to do that. We can talk about paranormal stuff too. I know I've done that before. I've talked about that before a little bit. Hold on. First off, what's everybody's zodiac sign that's in the chat? So I can see who I want to start with first. I know I saw Kathy asking people in the chat yesterday what their zodiac sign was. I didn't see the answers though. And just so y'all know, when we do talk about zodiac signs, I always like to let it be known that not everything can be attributed to somebody's attributed to everybody's zodiac, to a person's zodiac sign, because there's so many different factors that play in. I do definitely believe in astrology, but I also know that there's like so many different factors, like literally your sun, your moon, your rising, all play a part in how somebody acts. So that's why I'm like, when people are like, oh, you know, it's because somebody's this sign or somebody's that sign. No, not necessarily. But also, that being said though, I do feel like there are some characteristics that are common across the board, even, you know, regardless of sun, moon, rising. I feel like there are some characteristics that I just peep it. So let me see what everybody's saying. We got a lot of Capricorns in here right now. I'm gonna start with y'all first, then. I'm a Capricorn moon. Yeah, so a lot of Capricorns. I see some Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Virgo. Hella Capricorns in the chat right now. Kathy's a lovely Libra. I love Libras, y'all. I feel like if I had to say like my favorite signs, my absolute favorite sign, other than my own, of course, is Libras. I love Libras. As partners, as friends, they are dope. And then my mom is a Libra and my aunt's a Libra. And I could say having a Libra parent is lit too. As long as you are not also a Libra, because Kathy was like, because she's also, Kathy and her mom are both Libras. But yeah, no. So I'm gonna start with the Capricorns, how I feel about y'all. I feel like Capricorns, and so I'm gonna maybe title this live a little something different later on, because I did a how I feel about the zodiac signs before, and it was literally like 3 years ago. So this is my updated one now that I've experienced more signs since then and everything else. Some of these opinions are not going to be popular, and there probably might even be some that are triggering. So just know, but I'm going to be honest. So let's start with Capricorns. Capricorns, I don't have a ton to say about Capricorns because even though, let me put that, I'll be putting that in this like little metal thing because it will burn everything around it. Even though I'm a Capricorn moon, I don't really experience a lot of Capricorns outside of like myself as a Capricorn moon. So what I will say is the ones that I have experienced, I feel like Capricorns to me give what everybody says Virgo is supposed to give. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just being honest. Capricorn gives what I feel like Virgo is supposed to give. Everybody's like, oh, Virgos are boring. They don't have a personality. I feel like most of the Capricorns I've met, and this is no shade to any of my Caps in the chat because I'm sure y'all are not like this, but the ones that I've encountered have been pretty boring. Like when I meet Capricorns, I'm not even gonna lie. Pretty boring. And again, let me scoop this to the side. Again, everybody says it's Virgo, but yeah, I don't know. The Caps that I've met, I've just been like, what do you do for fun, bro? The girls and the guys, I just be like, what do you do for fun? Like, what is exciting about you? Like, where is the flair? I do feel like Capricorns are pretty organized. I'll give them that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything that people be roasting Virgo about when it comes to like not having personality and not being like the most interesting people, I just feel like that's the energy I get from Capricorns. I don't be getting that energy from Virgos. I know we talked about Aquarius a little bit in the chat yesterday. I feel like, actually, let me start with one that's going to be triggering. I want to do something that's going to be triggering. I feel like that'll be fun. I feel like, as much as people say that Aries is the most hot-headed fire sign, and I'm a fire sign, I am a um Sag sun with a Leo rising. A bitch is fiery as fuck. I feel like, as much as people say Aries is the most um aggressive sun sign, like they the most like basically like turn up on you sun sign, baby, Aries don't give that to me. I feel like a lot of the time, and this has been multiple instances where I've seen this happen. When I've seen Aries get into confrontations, they've been getting punked. They've been getting punked heavy. Um by other fire signs and by non-fire signs. I feel like Aries, yeah, they got a temper, but it's easy to punk them. And maybe I'm biased because I'm a fellow fire sign, but Aries don't be giving that I want the smoke that everybody be talking about to me. They don't give that. I've seen multiple Aries in altercations before, and including me being in an altercation with the Aries multiple times, but also me seeing other Aries getting altercations with other people, and they was always getting punked. They was always giving I don't want the smoke energy. Very much so. Was not getting buck. Wasn't really like, I don't know. Well, actually, the one that I had a confrontation with was definitely getting very buck. Um, but still got punked in the end. But definitely was getting very buck. But yeah, Aries give me like, a lot of the Aries I meet are actually pretty chill. They don't even be cutting up like that or turning up like that, as far as like, um, confrontation wise. A lot of them are just in their own little world, like adventurous and mind their business. That's what I be getting from Aries. I don't be getting like finna cut up. Yeah, Kathy, that's the best way to describe them. Aries are like chihuahuas. It's like all bark and no bite. And that is no shade to anybody in the chat who's an Aries. It's just that every time I see anybody do anything as far as like astrology or horoscopes, they are always giving Aries all this credit for being like, I want the smoke sign. And I just don't be getting that energy from any of the Aries I've ever encountered. I be getting that I want the smoke until you bring me the smoke, and now I don't want any smoke anymore. That's what I be getting from Aries. If anything, I feel like, and this is gonna sound biased because I'm a Sagittarius, but I'm going to be honest. It does not get talked about. I feel like I get way more I want the smoke vibes from the Sages that I've met. Very much so, like very chill and subtle with it, but very much so like with the shits. But see, I see, because somebody said January said female Aries gets busy. All the Aries I'm talking about were females. They was getting pumped heavy. Started off strong, ended um ended very weak. Um yeah, I don't think anybody ever talks about how and honestly, Sagittarius don't get talked about a lot anyway because we really be minding our business. So when I see people talk about like signs like they don't like or they've had bad experiences with, it's rarely Sagittarius unless it's Sag men. But I just feel like people don't talk about how much like Sagittarius is like, we be wanting to smoke. We just are so chill that it's rare that we have to like want the smoke. But when you get us there, we definitely be wanting the smoke. Um, what other signs do I feel like I have a triggering view on that people, y'all already know if you follow my TikTok. Well, I've said a lot of this on TikTok too, but if you follow my TikTok, um, I've always said, even outside of TikTok, Libra men are the devil. And everybody gives the devil card when it comes to men to Scorpios and to Gemini men. but it's really Libra men. They are a wolves in sheep's clothing, for sure. They are literally, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking in this mirror that's kind of off to the side. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Libra men are very manipulative. They are very much so focused on like their image. So nobody will ever know how manipulative and nasty they can be, because they would never want to, like, literally Libra men, all the Libra men I know act the same. Including, I've also dated one, but this is even outside of dating a Libra man. Um, Even outside of like the one I've dated, I've seen this with multiple Libra men, and then I've also had multiple people, when they share their experiences about with Libra men, they all say the same thing. All the Libra men I know present as super friendly, environmentally caring, hippie, nice guys, the good guy. All of them. Every time I see a Libra man, they're always like very like, no matter what their profession is or anything, they can be a 9 to 5er, an athlete, they can be a, I don't know, the movie star, whatever. I feel like Libra men all present the same way. They're always like very like, I love the earth and I love the environment and da da da, and I'm so peace and love, and then be dragging they bitches. Like, not necessarily physically, but like be dragging they bitches like emotionally and everything, like, or dragging their partners in general. Libra men are terrible. They will gaslight you, they will manipulate you. They are very much so. And then honestly, while they're doing it, when you try to tell other people what it is that they're doing, nobody will believe you because of the front that they put on. Because they do so good a job of making sure that everybody around them believes they're hippie zen lifestyle bullshit. Literally all of them. Libra men are hell. Libra women, I mean, I be hearing Libras in general are pretty toxic and manipulative, but honestly, Libra women, from what I've experienced, I love Libra women. Libra women are so charming. They're so fun. Very adventurous, very creative, and just very loving, yo. And this is when I say I know a lot of fucking Libras. Kathy is going. Let me see what Kathy's saying. Kathy's going in because she knows, because she is a Libra and she knows how them niggas are. Kathy said Libra men will have you crying yourself to sleep at night. She said Libra men will make you fall madly in love, then ask you why you acting weird. I swear, y'all. Not only that, okay, that's a good point too. Libra men will make you fall madly in love and be, and then have like 6 other people that are madly in love with them, that somehow they find the time to show all of them. I would say this is I would say this is more true for well, I don't know. I feel like Libras in general, but like Libra men in general, but my experience was with an October one. But I feel like Libra men, or maybe this goes for all Libras, but I know that Libra men specifically, Libra men always are living like a double, triple, quadruple life. You're never the only one with them. They're always looking for something better. They're always looking for the next best thing. No matter what you give them, no matter how good of a partner you are or anything, they're always looking for the next best thing, which can make you feel so shitty as a partner. And they will deadass show you that they're looking for the next best thing, while somehow they will show you, while at the same time being the best you've ever been treated. It's so weird to explain. Like, literally, Libra men, the reason that makes them so toxic is like they're so charming and they treat you so well, so exceptionally well, until all the lies start coming out and you realize you were getting treated like a fairy tale princess, but so were mad other people. Like, that's the thing with them. It's actually quite scary how well they can, but you know, their sign is like the balancing sign. It's scary how well they can balance all the separate lives that they're living. Like, it's legit scary. And be living hella separate lives. And will find the time to maintain and pour into each one so that each one feels so individual and so intimate and so like it could only be like there's no way there could be somebody else. Like, that's how Libra men will make you feel. And it'd be several other people. It is crazy. But again, to everyone else, they're so sweet and they're so loving and they're so caring that good luck trying to get anybody to believe that they're putting you through it. Good luck. Them niggas are the devil. When I say, baby, Scorpio men, Gemini men have nothing on Libra men. And when I say wolf in sheep's clothing, it says a lot that when people speak on like toxic signs, they never mention Libra men. That's how good they play their role so good that even astrologers don't be missing it. That's how good they play their role. They play their role so good that even as they're dogging you, you'll still feel like, oh, I don't have anything bad to say about this person. Because they're not a, because, you know, at the end of the day, they treated me the best I've ever been treated, even though they broke your heart and then ran off with another bitch. Because they're always, like I said, they're always planning their next move. They're like never single. They will get out of a relationship with you and be straight into the next with the quickness. Honestly, Libra women are never single either. I feel like Libra women are probably have a lot more tact with how they transition, but Libra women aren't ever single either. Libras are never single. Somebody said this sounds like an Aquarius woman. As a Capricorn woman, I can handle a Scorpio man. No, I feel like there are certain signs that can handle Scorpio men. Libra women can handle Scorpio men. I'm sure Capricorn women can too. But yeah, no, I've been seeing Scorpio men be getting their asses. They be meeting they match. Whenever I seen Scorpio men and Libra women pair up, the Scorpios be meeting their match. The Scorpios be madly in love, and the Scorpios be like everything that everybody says like would be true about a Scorpio. Whenever I see Scorpio men with Libra women, all that shit goes out the window. Libra women be bodying Scorpio men. And I say this because I've literally watched like 2 or 3, actually no, 3. I've had 3 Libra women friends be in long-term serious relationships with Scorpio men. You would never know their men were Scorpio, ever. They had them niggas just straight like, I don't want to say simping because I hate how men have turned the word simping into like basic treating people nice and right is like simping to them. That's not what I want to say, but when Libra women be having Scorpio men bending over backwards for them is what I'll say. Bending over backwards. Libra women be bodying them. Kathy said the ex I had cooking for me 3 times a day. Cherry know who I'm talking about. He was a Scorpio. We were engaged and everything. Yeah, Kathy is not lying. Kathy is one of 3 female Libra friends that I have seen be in long-term relationships with Scorpio men, and every single one of them mother effers had these men wrapped around their finger. Like, how high? Who do I want to do next? We did Aries, we did Libras, we did Capricorns. Let's talk about Virgos because I see Virgos in the chat. Somebody said, what about the reverse? I guess the reverse would be me and Kathy do need. I was just telling Kathy last night, me and Kathy need a show because when I say we, y'all, this is literally nothing. Me and Kathy together are the 2 most funny B words on the planet. I swear to you. I swear to you. Paris and Nicole Richie, I mean, not that they were funny on their show, but just how their show had a hold, a grip on the girls. At one point, they would have nothing on us. Because when I say me and Kathy would have a grip, a chokehold on the girls, if somebody were to give us a show, baby, a grip, a chokehold, just on their necks. But yeah, me and Kathy definitely, because every time I'm in town, in Charlotte or any time like me and Kathy are together, I'm always like, we need a video together, we need a video together. We both say that, and we both be having so much fun that it never happens. But we're going to make sure that it happens. That's how you know you're having fun, when you literally like, y'all, me and Kathy be having real fun, boy. Real fun. Every time we get together, it's a good time. And every time we get together, we are doing like activities and stuff back to back to back. So that's why y'all have not seen us in a video, because we need to learn how to sit the F down and just record something. But okay, so I'm gonna do Virgo men next. I'm gonna do Virgos next. When it comes to Virgos, oh no, where's my little sharpener for my pencil? No. Darn it. When it comes to the Virgos, I feel like, and I've said this multiple times, I even said this in my last time that I did Zodiac signs. Again, it was years ago, but my views on Virgos hasn't changed, honestly. Virgos, once you get to know them and once their personality opens up, they are mad fun. They're hella interesting. They're a good time. They're a vibe. They're adventurous, but they're just very type A a lot of the time. Like super, super, super organized individuals. And they don't necessarily, they don't do well with change. I can't say that. They don't do well with change because if it's not something that they had scheduled, they don't do well with it. But Virgos are actually really fun. Virgo men, I've only experienced one Virgo man. It was actually, okay, so the one Virgo man I have experienced was, I don't know if y'all remember when I did the story time. It was like a story time but live rant about the guy that had tried me, the scammer whose pieces weren't hitting, or they might have been hitting, but he was just stingy, who had tried me when I had first got up here last year. Let's make this a little longer. If y'all remember that, Virgo men are also, the Virgo men, very type A, very critical of everything. And honestly, I'll say this for Libra men too. Libra men are very critical of everything. It feels like you are in a magnifying glass 24/7. Libra men criticize every single thing. They be giving Libras, honestly, Libra men be giving Virgo vibes, or like Virgo Capricorn vibes. Very critical, very anal, very over the top about organization and everything like that. They give very much so Virgo Capricorn vibes. But no, this Virgo man was very critical. And I just feel like, I don't know, Virgo men, I feel like they don't feel like there's anything that they need to adjust ever, which is a lot of men, but they don't feel like there's anything they need to adjust ever. So they feel like anything that needs to be adjusted has to be you, because it couldn't possibly be them. But what I can say, this goes for Libra men and Virgos, but my God, Virgo men, them some nasty mother effers, boy, in the best way. Baby, your whole soul, they will take it. Honestly, I know people talk about Scorpios and the eggplant being fire. But honestly, if we're keeping it a buck, Virgos, Libras, who else? Virgo men, Libra men, fire. Scorpio men also fire, but I feel like there are other signs that are fire too that don't get talked about or acknowledged like that. And those are two of them. It's fire. Like dumb fire. Virgo men will have you saying stuff that, not even saying stuff, they will say stuff to you while it's going on that you just be like, oh my God, like you are sick in the head and I love it. Oh, Jesus. Just sick in the head. I'd be like, take me to the psych ward, baby. Take me. Ah, the big reveal. Hold on. I know this piece not trying to be the lone survivor and be stuck. And now I'm gonna fix the edges and stuff. Ooh. I'm gonna fix the edges and whatnot. But yes, Virgo man, child, the best type of nasty. Libra men too though. Libra men, child, your whole soul, the whole thing, no crumbs left behind, the whole thing. But yeah, I feel like Virgo men tend to be, they're kind of like, they tend to be know-it-alls. And the Virgo man specifically that I came in contact with and was kind of like, you know, hanging out with, was very, oh God, so misogynistic. But that wasn't due to him being a Virgo. That's just, I feel like, honestly, you know, keep it a buck. Y'all asked me, what I really need to be talking about is something else y'all asked me yesterday. When it comes to the misogynistic stuff, what I was about to say is I feel like that's a New York male thing. I have definitely noticed when it comes to, this is a sidebar, and honestly this sidebar deserves a video. This is what I really should have been talking about. Dating men in the South versus the North. And I'm sorry I'm not finishing the Zodiac signs, you guys. I might go back and finish it, but honestly I've talked about that a couple times. So, but this right here that I'm about to say, I definitely want to talk about. Dating up north versus dating in the South. A lot of northern men are very misogynistic from what I'm seeing. I don't know if it's just a New York thing, but they are very misogynistic. Ow. Ooh. And you would think that New York is like, oh, you know, everybody's so creative. They're so this, they're so that. That is more so what I notice about New York. New York has like a vibe, it has like a personality. And I feel like not only does it have a vibe and a personality, but the creatives and the out of the box stuff that y'all see on, you know, on TV and on social medias, this is gonna be triggering, but it don't be the New Yorkers. It's not the native New Yorkers. It's really not. The ones who are like when y'all see these guys or even women from New York and they're dressing real creative and they're like, you know, like the fashion kids and stuff like that, they're rarely from New York. New Yorkers all, and what I noticed, like, or at least in the more urban sector of New York, just like how in other places, I feel like everybody is kind of on like a certain wave. And if it's not like the in thing, then people won't do it. I always figured New York wasn't like that, but now I'm realizing it actually is heavily. New Yorkers that are from New York are very like scammer girls and everything name brand. Like the pretty mean girls, kind of. Not saying they're all like that, but a lot of them, like, that's the personality that comes with it. It's like very much so. I wear designer. I have on, like, back in the day, it was like Margielas. Now it's like, uh, what can I say is like their thing now? I don't even know some of the dang brands they be talking about up here, because down south, those brands aren't even like known. Because I will say that the South is behind on fashion, if we're being honest. But up here, it's like very, very much so giving scammer girl. I only date scammers. I only f with you know, like, scammers and dealers. I get my hair done every 2 weeks, and I only like people that aren't broke. Like, that be the vibe. It's like, it's not like the artsy thing that you would think. Kathy said when the Rona gone, I need to do a meet and greet because y'all sound fun. I think that would be fun. The Panda 3031 said, child, they are misogynistic and spoiled. Yeah, Northern men, I don't know, y'all. Northern men give very much so. They all think they're alphas, but they don't give alpha energy. But they have this attitude like, I'm so alpha, I'm so dominant. And they confuse it with like, oh, just because they're confident that they are actual alpha males. And it's like, they're definitely confident, but the way they move is not alpha. Like, New York men, it's like they don't plan dates, they don't invite you on dates. Like, they're very much so like, a lot of them just like to chill in the house all the time. They're very aggressive, and it don't be the right type of aggressive. It'd be like OD. They don't handle rejection well at all. At all. Like, it just doesn't give what they be acting like it gives. Like, I promise you. New York men don't be giving. And honestly, not only that, New York men, I don't know what it is in the water. They all run small. Very small. Every now and then you'll see one that's like, you know, over 6 feet or whatever. But a lot of these men up here are very small. They're like all freaking 5'7", 5'8". Some of them even shorter than that. Like, some of them be, I'm 5'2", and I be literally looking them eye to eye. And I'm just like, what in the world? Very small. And then the ones that are like big and buff and stuff, those ones be like, or the ones that are like tall or look good or whatever, they're misogynistic. And they're misogynistic because they're the ones that, a lot of, honestly, not even just the men, you would think like New York is like so progressive and so like this or so that, but when it comes down to the black part of New York, the women are very, no, the black and Hispanic, because both sides, very misogynistic, and be feeding into like these, just babying these men and babying these niggas, and that's why they all think like they're the shit. I promise. That's what New York gives. This artsy shit y'all see online is not what it be giving as far as like dating and actually meeting people and stuff like that. It's not that. Period. Okay, I'm trying to get her together. I'm about to pull out the baby hairs so I can weigh the baby hairs, y'all. That's what's happening right now. I'm just gonna try to make sure I get out, that I only get out what I want and don't get out like extra stuff. Like, literally, and that's why I always say, like, as far as living up here, like, if y'all follow me on TikTok, you see, like, I be making TikToks kind of showing, like, the reality of living in New York, because a lot of people try to freaking, a lot of people try to like, what's the word when you, like, try to make something, like, euphoric. Like, they just try to give you like this like super like euphoria style living in New York or whatever, and it's not that. I'm curling the baby hairs so that when I go to lay them, they'll cooperate. Um, it's really not that. Like, when you go on, like, for example, what I see the difference between when you go on like a white TikToker stuff or if you go on like a black TikToker stuff, and they both live in New York. The black TikTokers, you have like the fashion kid black TikTokers that also kind of won't tell you about the reality of living in New York, but they kind of will, but they kind of won't. But then you have like the TikTokers who like they living in the hoods in New York and stuff, and they be like, yo, stop showing people just this little like, oh, I go out to eat every day and I, do this and do that. And it's like, no, like, you didn't show them all that trash that be on the bridges and the subways. I seen this one spot and I wish I would have taken a picture. I've never seen so much trash on a bridge in my life, in one spot outside of my life. Like, I've literally never seen that much trash. It was absolutely disgusting. They didn't even try, bro. It was just like, it was crazy. I was like, wow, y'all really said F the environment on this one. It was the dirtiest thing I've ever seen. But no, back to dating and stuff. Yeah, the men up here, like, they give very, like, they confuse aggressive energy with, like, being an alpha male. And I'm just like, it's not giving alpha. It's giving very much so very beta, but just aggressive beta. It's giving very a lot of these New York men, they think they're the prize. They don't feel like women deserve anything. They're very much so, they're not gentlemen. They don't make sure the only thing that I could say they're good at is making sure that you walk on the inside of the street. But when y'all cross the street, they don't. I personally, me being a girl from the South and with how I was raised and stuff, when I cross the street and I'm crossing the street with a guy, why are you walking in front of me as we're crossing the street? Because anything could happen to me in the back. Why are you not walking beside me when we're crossing the street? Why at any point would you be walking in front of me? That's like actually a real pet peeve of mine. I don't like that. That's how these men are. They'll make sure you walk on the inside of the street, but as soon as it's time to cross the street, baby, they don't give a dang where you at. Try not to cuss. It's just not giving. And then not only that, I say this in general, but especially, I have not seen a man that I thought was attractive, and literally, it's been over 2 years since I was out doing something or anything and saw a guy that I was just like, oh wow, like, he looks good. And I know I've said this multiple times, but it's so true. And especially not up here. A lot of the good looking men up here, they don't come out of the house. And if they do come out of the house, they only date Dominican women or Spanish girls. Because they be fine ass Dominican men, but they also be fine ass self-hating Dominican men. So they only date Spanish girls or Spanish women. That's what New York gives when you live up here. I moved up here like, oh, dating is gonna be fun. It'll be so many people. Like, how could you be lonely in a city like New York? That's the most worst mind frame you can move here with, because New York is a very lonely city. It is very easy to be lonely here. It is millions of people, and it's so easy to be lonely here. And dating doesn't give. And I think also the men up here kind of feel like, it's almost like they feel like they have an excuse for not giving when it comes to dating because New York is so expensive. But I'm just like, a lot of them, it's like you've lived here your whole life. You've had your whole life to kind of adjust to how expensive it is to live here. I'm not, like, this excuse is not giving what you thought it gave. Like, the way they just be wanting to split everything and stuff like that. Like, New York men are good for, like wanting to split stuff. And I think that's very weird. especially again being from the South, where if a guy in the South, and this is not to say Southern men are any better, because Southern men are also fucking trash. Like, they are not any better. And I hate when I hear women up here be like, oh, I want a man from the South. I want a little boo from the South. I'm like, girl, he will dog walk you all the same. And they know that y'all think they're sweet. And they know that y'all think they're like, oh my God, they're just so nice. And they're such gentlemen. They know that y'all think that. And they use that to their advantage to dog walk y'all even harder. Because they know you'll never see it coming. It's so many New York women that I always hear tell me, oh, I want to date a guy from like down where you're from. No, girl, you don't. They are literally, they're like Libra men, like I described Libra men. They're very charming. They know they're charming, and they know that you would never guess that they would have it in them to do certain things, and they use it to their advantage. This is always the side that doesn't want to get along with me when it comes to doing my edges, so I'm actually surprised that it's cooperating today. Oh, period. She is coming together. Let me make sure my part is in the middle. The fantasization of New York is unreal. Yo, literally, it's unreal. Somebody said, Aisha Berry said, common courtesy and common sense has left the chat. Girl, it sure did. It left that chat. Left the chat completely. Madison G said they're all Dame Dash rejects. I'm screaming. Jackie said a TikToker a few minutes from me got killed. Execution style. Not to, oh my gosh. Dang. For what? I mean, there's really nothing that would justify that, but my God. Not execute. Wow, that is really crazy. My mom was just, well, actually yesterday, she was trying to call me because she was like, yeah, she was like a woman walked up to another woman in Brooklyn and shot her, I guess shot her point blank, in the face. And I'm not sure they have a reasoning for that. I mean, there's absolutely no acceptable reason for that. But, yeah, my mom was saying that happened the other day. I'm just like, my God. Is that the same as what you're talking about, or is that like a different instance? There's a lot of crazy-ish that goes on up here. I mean, there's crazy-ish that goes on in any big city, but no, there's definitely, like, New York is wild. Okay, let me put this down. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna curl these little side pieces. No, but yeah, y'all, dating up here it's not any better than the South. And if anything, even though Southern men are dogs, and I would not recommend it, like, people swear Southern men are just so nice, and it's not giving that. I would not recommend it, but at the same time, I do like the fact that, even with Southern men being dogs, the way that they understand courting a lot more than men from up here. I would say I don't know what's in the water, but I do kind of know what's in the water because, again, a lot of the women up here are brainwashed by misogyny. And so they get away with murder. Like, these men get away with murder. And so because these women are brainwashed by misogyny, they don't, like, when it comes to courting them, it's not as hard. And this is no shade to Northern women. I'm not trying to make it a competition or anything like that, but I don't think up here it's as hard to court women because the standards are lower for the expectation. Like, the standard is lower. It really is. Oh my gosh, now that I even got this lip gloss on my comforter. Ugh. It's like the second my comforter's been going through it today because I swear earlier I don't know what I put on because the thing is with gray is so hard to keep clean. And earlier in the day I placed something down. I don't know what I must have placed down. I have no idea, but it left a freaking oil stain on my comforter. And then just now my lip gloss, I guess there was some lip gloss left on the cap, and so now there's another little oil stain on my comforter. And I always get gray because I don't feel like I could keep white clean because of my makeup, and just like makeup just gets everywhere by default, like literally everywhere. And I don't want to try to keep a white comforter makeup free. But gray is no better. And honestly, if we really be honest, neither is black. Black is hard to keep clean too, my God. The only things that aren't hard to keep clean are freaking colored things, but I don't like a whole bunch of colors and prints and stuff like that. Jamila Fox King said, don't forget about the pregnancy stomachs. Matisse McMillan said, I live in the DMV, and the amount of women who financially support their men is sickening. Yeah, it's not giving. It's not giving. Destiny said, I'm gonna stick with Southern men. At least they tall. Yeah. Southern men, it must be at home cooking or something, but Southern men are just bigger than Northern men. Northern men are run very small. And I'm not with it. I really used to be the type. Let me tell y'all. I really used to be the type that was like, oh, as long as that person's taller than me, I don't care how much taller than me, as long as you're taller than me and we vibe, I don't care. But the reason, I'm eating it's a fruit roll up. The reason I kind of moved away from that or switched from that is because I got tired of going out, and this is going to sound funny, but honestly, I'm so serious. I got tired of going out with men that other men size up and think they can punk. And what I also noticed is not only did they think they could punk them, these men, because they knew that they were smaller, oftentimes weren't like fending for themselves. And I don't like that. I don't want you to like fighting. That's not what I mean. But I need to know if anything ever popped off, you'll be capable of defending me. I don't like how, like, whenever I've had shorter partners, because I've had shorter partners in the past, I really don't have a type. I like do, but I don't. But I've had shorter partners in the past, and whenever I've had shorter partners, I am an attractive, woman. So we'll go out, and men being men are very competitive. I've had other men try those partners in public, and those partners did not buck back. Or I've had men try me in front of those partners in public because they kind of just assumed that those partners would not buck back, and they didn't. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Because I'm the type, like, how I got more bust back than you, and I'm a 5'2" woman. And I've had girls try me over partners before, and big and small. Amazon ass girls. I don't give a damn. Ooh. And I just want, like, I want a partner who's, like, not scary. Like, I don't need you to be super overly aggressive. I don't like that either. But I don't want you to be scary. Jackie said my ex was 6'6". Was a 6'6" punk, so IDK anything anymore. I'm screaming. I've had somebody who was 6'6" before, and I don't think I would want to do it again. I'm not one of them women that has this obsession with super, super tall men because I am very short. And, well, let me not say very short, but I'm considerably short. I'm under the height of the average woman. And as somebody who is my height, having just very over the top tall partners, it don't be matching up. And then it just complicates a lot of things. And it was a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, this man was a tower. I'm not one of, oh dang. I always be getting the blue back to back to back. I'm not one of them women that's obsessed with like tree climbing. I don't want to have to climb my partner like a tree. You give me a nice like 5'10" to like maybe I would say max 6'4". I'm cool with that. 6'4" is kind of pushing it though. So maybe I should say 5'10" to like 6'2" is the range I like. Stephanie Robinson said, I agree, Cherry. It's like secondhand embarrassment when a guy lets another guy try him and he just stands there and doesn't defend himself. My last ex was short. He was 5'6". Yeah. It's embarrassing, and it does not make me feel as a person. It doesn't make me feel safe to know that you would let somebody try you like that. I don't feel safe. And especially when they try me in front of you, I especially don't feel safe because you're letting another man try me and you're not saying anything. I'm not okay with that. I don't like that. Like, you really just sitting here letting another man try me in front of your face. And he knows